Have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard people try, the world still feels broken? Why there's always something missing, even when we reach success, love, or peace for a while? And what if the God many were taught to worship is not the true creator of love, but a false architect who built this world to keep your soul asleep? These are not just strange questions. They touch something deep within every heart that has ever felt that life should be more than pain, confusion, and endless struggle. Since the beginning of time, humans have searched for meaning. We built cities, followed religions, and created science, yet something still feels wrong. We see a world full of greed, control, and suffering, and we wonder, how could a loving creator design such a place? Ancient wisdom tells us that maybe he didn't. The Gnostics called this false builder the Demiurge, a blind and arrogant force who shaped a world that looks real but hides the truth of who we are. This false creator made a system built on fear and forgetfulness, where we chase happiness through things that never last, money, status, and approval, all while forgetting the divine light that lives within us. But there is hope. The truth is not lost, it has only been hidden beneath layers of illusion. When you begin to see through this deception, you realize that freedom is not found outside you, it begins in your awareness. This story is not about fear, it is about awakening. By the end of this video, you will understand how the Demiurge hijacked reality and how you can rise above his control to live with clarity, peace, and purpose again. So stay with me until the end. Open your heart and let this journey awaken the memory of who you truly are. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this light with others who are ready to remember. Great illusion, the world that feels wrong. Have you ever felt that something about life just doesn't make sense? You wake up, go to work, chase goals, buy things, smile for pictures, and yet somewhere deep inside, a quiet voice whispers, "This cannot be all there is." That feeling is not confusion. It is the beginning of awakening. It is the soul remembering that this world is not what it seems. The ancient Gnostics called this the realm of illusion, a stage built by the Demiurge, the false creator, who shaped a world designed to look beautiful on the surface, but is hollow within. Everything that feeds the illusion, fear, greed, and endless desire, keeps us busy, distracted, and asleep. The world we live in feels like a puppet show, where invisible strings pull our minds and emotions. The false creator built systems that make us chase happiness through things that fade: money, fame, power, and even approval from others. We have been taught that success means working harder, buying more, and comparing our lives with others. Yet every time we reach what we thought we wanted, the joy disappears and the cycle begins again. That emptiness is not failure. It's the soul realizing it cannot be fed by illusions. The Demiurge feeds on our confusion, making us believe that we are broken, that we must earn worth through struggle. But you were never broken, you were only dreaming. Look at our world: endless competition on social media, pressure to be perfect, fear of being unseen. These are not accidents, they are signs of a deeper trap. The false creator uses distraction to keep you from silence, because in silence you remember who you are. The truth is, awakening begins when you stop chasing what the world tells you to want. Like an artist who lost everything and found peace in a quiet room with nothing but a candle and his breath. Freedom comes when we see the illusion for what it is.
The great illusion fades not when the world changes, but when you open your eyes within the dream and remember, you were never part of the cage. You were the light trying to see through it.
The Demiurge does not hold chains of metal. He uses illusions made of thoughts and emotions. His greatest weapon is inversion, turning truth upside down so that lies look holy and truth seems dangerous. In this world, people who seek peace are called weak, those who chase wealth are called successful, and those who speak truth are often ignored or mocked. This reversal of meaning is how the false creator keeps souls confused. When light is made to look dark, and darkness appears as light, people lose the ability to trust their own hearts. It is not the body that is trapped, it is the mind that has forgotten what is real. The Demiurge works through his servants, the archons, invisible forces that feed on fear, anger, and division. They are not monsters from stories, but energies that move through human thoughts and emotions. Every time we react with hate, envy, or despair, they grow stronger. You can feel their presence when the world is filled with tension, news of violence, endless online fights, constant comparison and blame. The archons do not need your belief to exist. They need your attention. That is their food. The more we argue, the more we scroll, the more we judge, the more they feed on our energy. This world has become a noise machine. Every sound, every screen, every headline pulls us away from silence. But silence is the key the false creator fears most. Because in stillness, the mind grows quiet, and the light of awareness shines again. There was once a woman who turned off every device, every distraction, and spent 7 days alone. At first, fear screamed inside her. But then she began to feel peace that words cannot describe. That peace was not new. It was always there, waiting beneath the noise. The Demiurge cannot touch that peace, because it does not belong to his world. The trap works only when you keep running. The moment you stop, breathe, and see clearly, the shadows lose their power. The illusion fades, and what remains is your true self, silent, bright, and free beyond the game of shadows. To understand the trap, we must first know the one who built it. The ancient Gnostics spoke of the Demiurge, the false creator, a being not of pure evil, but of blindness. Imagine a craftsman building a house in the dark, thinking his work is perfect, though he cannot see the light. That is the Demiurge, the blind builder of this material world, who believes he is the only God. He shaped everything from pride and ignorance, not from love. This false architect formed a world heavy with rules, limits, and decay, a copy of the true creation, but one that traps the soul inside time, matter, and endless repetition. Every sunrise, every workday, every routine that feels like a loop is a reminder that the false creator's design runs on cycles that keep our spirits tired and distracted. This world of matter was built to feel solid, to make you believe that only what you can touch is real. But what if that's the biggest lie of all? The Demiurge made matter to be a cage for spirit, a beautiful one, yes, but still a prison. You can see it everywhere, the way people get lost in their bodies, their possessions, their titles, forgetting the light that moves behind their eyes. Ancient teachers linked the Demiurge with Saturn, the planet of time and boundaries, the symbol of heavy rules and endless turning. Time itself became the greatest tool of control, keeping us running, aging, fearing, and counting days as if we were separate from eternity. Look deeper into your life and notice the patterns that repeat. The same pain, the same arguments, the same disappointments. These loops are not random.
They are echoes of the false builder's design. But you can break them by becoming aware. When you see the pattern, you rise above it. You are not a prisoner of the clock, not a puppet of time, not a child of blindness. You are a spark of the true source, placed in the illusion to remember what light feels like. The Demiurge may have built the stage, but he cannot control the actor who finally wakes up and realizes that the play is not real.
Deep inside every human being, beneath the pain, fear, and confusion, lives a quiet light, the divine spark. It is the part of you that has never been touched by the false creator, the part that remembers the truth even when your mind forgets. This spark is your true connection to the real source, the eternal creator of love and awareness. The Demiurge can cover it with illusion, but he can never destroy it. This is why you sometimes feel beauty in the simplest things: a sunrise, a child's laughter, a soft breeze. In those moments, the illusion fades, and the divine spark shines through the cracks of the world. These glimpses remind us that we are not from here. We are visitors from the world of light. But in the noise of modern life, people forget this truth. We are taught to look outside for meaning, to find value in what we own, how we look, or what others think of us. Yet no matter how much we achieve, a quiet emptiness stays within. That emptiness is not a curse, it is a signal. It calls you to remember your real home. Awakening is not about learning something new. It is about remembering what was never lost. The soul already knows the truth. It is the mind that must become still enough to hear it. The false creator keeps people busy, so they never stop long enough to listen. The way back to your inner light is simple but powerful. Practice gratitude for the little things. Sit in silence each day, even for a few minutes, and feel your breath as a reminder that life flows through you, not around you. Choose kindness when anger calls. Each act of love weakens the illusion and strengthens the spark. You do not need to reach heaven. You only need to clear what hides it. The divine light inside you is eternal. It has been waiting patiently through all your struggles, whispering, "You are not lost, you are remembering." When you live from that light, even in a dark world, the false creator's control begins to fade, and you start to see that heaven has always been within you.
Every great story of freedom has its guards, and in the story of the soul, they are known as the archons. They are not monsters hiding in shadows, but subtle forces that work through thought, fear, and distraction. The archons serve the false creator, the Demiurge, by keeping the human mind trapped in confusion and forgetfulness. They whisper lies that sound like your own thoughts. You're not good enough. You'll never change. You must compete to survive. These voices do not come from your true self. They come from the system that feeds on your doubt. Their power grows when you believe them, and it fades when you see through them. The Gnostics taught that archons do not just exist as beings, but also as patterns, systems of control that shape our world and our thinking. Look around and you can see their influence everywhere. In the endless race for success, in the pressure to fit in the fear that keeps people silent. The archons thrive in chaos and emotional storms, because every moment you live in fear or anger, you feed the illusion they protect. They turn people against each other, divide nations, and use religion, media, and politics as their stage. But here's the truth: they cannot create. They can only copy and manipulate what already exists. They imitate light, but cannot generate it. They offer comfort through control and peace through obedience, but these are illusions wrapped in golden chains. The way to weaken the archons is not through fighting them, but through awareness. When you recognize their tricks, you stop giving them your energy. When anger rises, breathe. When fear shouts, listen to the silence behind it. That stillness is your shield. Living with awareness turns every attack into a mirror that shows you what still needs healing. The moment you act from love, forgiveness, or calm presence, the archons lose their grip because they cannot exist in that vibration. The key is not to hate them, but to outshine them. They are the keepers of illusion, but you are the bearer of truth. The light within you does not fight darkness, it simply makes it disappear.
The greatest trick of the false creator was not building temples or systems of control. It was teaching you to mistake your ego for your true self. The Gnostics said that the Demiurge has both an outer and an inner form. The outer one rules the world through fear, greed, and division. But the inner one hides quietly within your own mind. It speaks as the voice of comparison, judgment, and pride. It says, "I am what I own. I am my job. I am better than them." It builds invisible walls between you and others, just as the Demiurge builds walls between the soul and the source. Every time you react with jealousy, anger, or the need to be right, that inner false creator grows stronger. But every time you pause, breathe, and see through it, the illusion weakens. The ego is not evil, it's simply a tool that forgot its purpose. It was meant to help you live in this world, but not to rule over your spirit. Like a mask worn for too long, it has become the face many mistake for who they truly are. The Gnostics taught that awakening is not about destroying the ego, but about remembering that you are more than it. The real you is the quiet watcher behind every thought, the one who sees the drama but doesn't get lost in it. This awareness is your freedom. In daily life, this means choosing presence over reaction. When someone criticizes you, do not let the ego rush to defend. Instead, listen with stillness. When life doesn't go as planned, don't fall into blame. Trust that even pain can guide you back to truth. The ego fears silence, because in silence, it disappears. Practice stillness every day, even for a few minutes. Feel your breath, not your thoughts. Feel your being, not your roles. In that gentle awareness, you meet your real self, untouched, whole, eternal. The Demiurge within cannot survive in the light of presence. When you live from that place, your thoughts become calm, your heart opens, and the illusion of separation begins to fade. You are no longer trapped in the ego's cage. You are the light that shines beyond it. Every soul that enters this world steps into a great cycle, the loop of karma. It is the rhythm of cause and effect, where every action, thought, and emotion creates ripples that return in one form or another. The Demiurge uses this law like a web, keeping humanity spinning in endless repetition. The same lessons return, the same pains repeat, and the same patterns shape generations. People keep chasing freedom through material success, revenge, or control, yet find themselves right back where they started. Karma, in its purest sense, is not punishment, it is a teacher. But when used by the false creator, it becomes a prison, one that ties the soul to the wheel of suffering. The more we react from fear, guilt, or attachment, the tighter those chains become. The way out is Dharma, the path of truth, presence, and awareness. Dharma is not about escaping life, it is about living with clear understanding. It means acting from love, not habit. When you stop acting from memory and start responding from your higher awareness, karma loses its control. You begin to live freely, guided by inner wisdom rather than past wounds. The Gnostics called this the path of remembering. It is the moment when the soul wakes up and says, I no longer need to repeat this lesson. In the real world, this looks like forgiveness instead of revenge, compassion instead of judgment, and patience instead of anger. Every time you choose peace over reaction, you step out of the karmic script and move into Dharma. The false creator thrives on loops, but Dharma breaks them with awareness. This is not about perfection, it is about alignment. When your actions come from the light within, you no longer feed the cycles of fear that sustain the Demiurge. So live in the present. Let the past be your teacher, not your jailer. Let every moment be a chance to choose again. Karma binds through repetition. Dharma frees through understanding. You are not here to escape the world. You are here to transform it from within. When you walk in Dharma, every step becomes sacred, every breath becomes light, and every choice becomes a door out of the illusion. The cycle ends where awareness begins.
Now that you've walked through this journey, remember, the world you see is not the whole truth. The Demiurge, the false creator, built a grand illusion made of fear, control, and endless repetition. But no illusion can last forever in the light of awareness. The power that holds this system together depends only on your forgetfulness. The moment you begin to remember who you truly are, a soul born from pure love and light, the walls of this invisible prison begin to fade. You were never a helpless being trapped in a broken world. You are a spark of the eternal source, capable of changing everything through awareness, kindness, and truth. Every time you pause before reacting, you weaken the false creator's hold. Every time you choose love over anger, forgiveness over blame, peace over conflict, you are rewriting the script that has been running for centuries. You are showing the world what freedom truly looks like. The real battle was never against dark gods or hidden rulers. It was always within, between your fear and your light. And when your light shines, the darkness cannot remain. So, live gently, think deeply, and stay awake in every moment. Find the divine spark in the laughter of a friend, the warmth of the sun, or the quiet peace of your breath. Those simple moments are proof that truth is still alive inside this world. You don't need to escape it. You only need to see it clearly. The Demiurge can only control what you believe to be real. Once you see through the illusion, you step into freedom. Remember, awakening is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of living with open eyes. Keep walking the path with courage, compassion, and awareness. The source has never left you. It has always been within you, quietly waiting for you to remember your own light.